Impressive wins against Greece and Romania, and then giving away just one set to Yugoslavia. Their lineup, a young team. The Poles have a great tradition in volleyball, silver medalists in these championships from 1975 to 1983, but basically because of the bad economic position in Poland, didn't qualify for the last European Championships because there was no room for a volleyball program. There they're six: Zielinski, Grzyb, Kasperzak, Golek, Stelmach and Skorupa. The Polish coach, Leszek Milewski, must be very pleased, but he knows the best is today. And Gennady Pash also under pressure. Now the two men in charge of the contest. The first referee, he's the man in the chair, Torsten Rothoff from the host nation Sweden, and his assistant, Frank Leithauser from East Germany. Poland with service, the advantage with them, because remember, in volleyball you can only score when you've got service. And the Russians immediately winning side out from Andrei Kuznetsov. Evgeny Krajilnikov. But his service into the net, no second chance in volleyball, a let service or one into net. Chance for the Poles now to mount their attack, but no, the block in place. Kuznetsov and Fomin there at the net. Good backcourt attack. It wasn't set for him well, but Václav Golek doing really well to put that one away. There's the sixth setter. Krajilnikov just saying where he wants the ball put in, and you can see they obeyed his instructions perfectly there. The crossover attack and side out to the USSR. Still 0-0 because you can only score on service, remember. Yuri Sapega. Well blocked. Read that one tremendously well. Andrei Skorupa. A crossover attack in the center court, but the back set going out to the far right, and he still got there. Just out over the baseline. Zielinski claiming that there'd been a lifted ball there, but the referee having none of it. Fomin with service. Off block out of court. Point to the USSR. Two love to the Russians. Big service. Well set, but they get to it, so now a chance for the Soviet Union to attack, but a complete mishit there. Shkorukin out of tune with his setter. Shkorukin, the oldest man in the team, 31, but by no means the most experienced. So Rokolet, the USSR captain there with service. Wasting it though. 30 years old, extremely experienced, but still putting the odd service into the net. A block. Kuznetsov, one of their promising players, already acknowledged, even though he's only 23 years old, as one of the best service receivers in the world. Krzysztof Stelmach, number 3 for Poland, just 22-year-old. And this is Andrzej Skorupa. First point to Poland. Skarupa again. The backcourt attack. The big man, Kuznetsov. Krasilnikov. Sorokolet unable to do anything but just parry the ball, went out of court, couldn't control it. Valdemar Kasperzak getting the side out. Kuznetsov. Andrzej Grzyb, one side out and with service. But the USSR went side out immediately as well. No points scored there for either team in the last rallies. To increase the score, you've got to win on service. Out of court. Zbigniew Zielinski with service. Great attempt there to dig in the backcourt, to keep the ball up, but he just parried it, stunned it too much. Tremendous service reception, that's what made that. We're just seeing a replay of the smash, and it was Stelmach who finished it off, but it was the service reception that was everything there. A very powerful serve. Big hole in the Polish backcourt. The blockers got there and managed to deflect the ball upwards, but still nobody could get to it. Sorokolet. Tremendous smash by Kasperzak. They'll get to that one. They've still got 3 passes before it has to go back because the block doesn't count as one of them, and used it well. Shcherukin. Now Shcherukin with service. Grzyb there, number 7. Seizing on that wayward return from the Soviets. And the Soviets with service. Unusual to see them in blue, but both teams, of course, their normal national colors, red and white. Zielinski. No chance of anybody stopping that one. Golek. And the Poles really showing why they're unbeaten so far. Very athletic. 4-2 they lead. Kasperzak with the service. So from Fomin putting an end to that service. Fomin, one of the youngsters, 21 years old, 2 meters tall. Side out to the Poles. the signals from Krozhilnikov. Again, they were judged right. What he's telling his backcourt defenders there is that he's going to move into the center position, and that's where he wants the ball set. And they got it to him perfectly, so Min was able to kind of make the smash. Side out. Now they've a chance to score. Did well to get to it, but out of court. Zielinski with service. These two sides well matched at the moment. Fomin winning service back for the Russians. And it's him to serve. So they serve, sorry. That's a foul service, so service goes over to the Poles. Side out again to the Russians. Sorokolet, the captain. Lovely dummy set up by the center court attacker, and it came wide to the left to the wide attacker there. And he made no mistake. Too long on service. Side out again. Garikin. Sorokolet, the USSR captain. The blocker got there but couldn't control it. Way out of court. Garikin. Court. Kasperzak. On the left side, Zielinski coming from a very deep position. Tremendous leap he's got on him. 5-2 to the Poles. Timeout. And that's the USSR coach calling it. Take a break, we'll take a break. Back in a moment. Welcome back to Eurosport's coverage of the Men's European Volleyball Championships. The Soviet Union, they're in blue. Poland leading them 5-2 in red and white. Kasperzak with service. And the Russians winning side out. Gennady Pashin, the Soviet coach, must be worried about the way his team has started so slow in all their matches. He wants to put that right. Not crucial when he's against the weaker nations, but Poland here presenting a real test. Andrzej Grzyb, the big number 7, 2 meters, 2 centimeters. Good setting. Sorokolet wide on the left, making the kill. Sapega serving. Well set. The first pass really too long, the setter having to pull it back from the net. But he gave his spiker room, and the spiker responded by getting the angle he did. So Zielinski serves again, 6-2, Poland leading. Just out, he missed the sideline. The two hands raised by the first referee signals that. A touch off the block there. 7-2. And Zielinski still the server. the block that time, out of court. They couldn't control it, so the Soviet Union winning side out. Dmitry Fomin. Really heavy service. Sorokolot, the captain, finishing it off. 3-7. Look how he gets spin on that ball. It really does to descend rapidly once it's over the net. But the reception that time, excellent. And they win side out. Václav Golek with service. Yes, he couldn't set it back. He tried very hard. Fomin going in there to act as setter. Sorry, it wasn't Fomin, it was Grozhilnikov. And the service finding a hole in the middle of the Russian defense. Now that's a 9-3 to the Poles. Substitution, gets number 4, Alexander Smirnov coming on. Just out. And Kasperzak holds his head. He should have got that one in court. Sorokolot with service. That was a very clever smash. He realized the blockers were tightly in place and deliberately a little more lightly over the top of the block, and there was a big gap there. 9-3. Great dig. Off the block. Fomin there, just 21 years old. This very much reconstructed Soviet team. Yes, on the line. One of the reasons that the Soviets themselves felt they lost to the United States in the Olympic final was because it was too old. In particular, their setters, Valery and Zaitsev, 36 years old. They've both gone, been cleared out, and now Evgeny has the responsibility. Crowd don't like that decision. Good dig, well controlled, and chance for the set. Right there in place. Zhib. 2 meters, 2 centimeters. Huge man. Kasperzak. Well, straight back. That's really a free ball to the Soviets. But the block in place. They have to be more subtle in their setting than that. The great temptation when you've got too much time to set the ball to become predictable. 10-3. Yes, it came down the Polish side. So out of it. Well, he did well to get that up at all. Now a chance for the Poles. Out of court off the block. And Golek there, number 11, in that play, first as the man who saved the ball as the Soviets smashed, and then the man to finish. 11-3, and the Soviets call another out. This first set slipping away from them. Keeps it going. Now Golek hadn't done his work there. they'd have been dead and buried. They're there, but out court. 2 touches, says the... If the ball just drops free off the block, it works as a pick set for him. Substitution, Soviet Union. On comes Krzyzylnikov, the setter. They really didn't do too well while Smirnov, number 4, was on doing the setting. Keeping the ball too close to the net, and that makes it much easier for the blockers. Now 13-3 to the Poles. Just a nosebleed, I think it is, that Golek has there, probably from when that ball hit him in the point before the timeout. In court, so side out. Sapega to serve for the Soviets. On comes Roman. Must go back this time. The service reception was bad. They're under pressure, and they had to attack from the back court. Nicely in court, I think a shade mishit, but it worked for them. Zielinski. Good control on the dig. Across the center line. One of them got his foot across the center line, so set point to the Poles. Good smash there from Sorokolet. The Soviets still alive. Fomin. He does lace into that serve. Tremendous smash. Zielinski there. Well, that doesn't need describing. Set point again. And Golek serving. But side out one straight away. Service reception good. And the big man, Vladimir Shkirikin, making the kill. Nicely played. Kasperzak tipping it over the block. Good variation. Rajiv coming back on. Had a short rest. Ball to Shrikin, the oldest man in the Soviet team. Having done his bit, off he comes. On comes Igor Abdrakhmanov. '24-year-old newcomer into the Soviet squad. Backcourt attack. Again invading the Soviet space over the top of the net. Too long. But there was a touch from one of the blockers. I didn't see the referee's signal, so it's set point again. Side out again, though. Evgeny Krzyzylnikov. You don't need much of that in men's volleyball anymore. Down by the Valdemar Kasperzak service. Still that final point. It's almost as if the Soviets use the first set to warm up, and as the set goes on, they really get more into their game, really making the Poles fight for this last point. Oh, and a misunderstanding there in the backcourt between Sapega and Krajilnikov, each leaving it to the other. Grib with service. Out of court. Side out. Sapega with service. Lovely crossover attack. That's superb. The setter really leaving his contact with the ball as late as possible, feinting and making it impossible for the block to get into place. Shkarikin. Zielinski with service. Now can they finish it off this time? No, off the block, out of court. The Soviets win service again. Dmitry Fomin. Block. With this. Now can he finish it? 14-6 the Poles lead. No, a huge hole in the centre court. Spotted and exploited. Sorokolet, the Soviet captain, with service. Tit for tat. Kasperzak finding a little tip over the block is the thing that works. Set point again. Good save. Oh, and a real mess up by the Soviets, and that's the first set to the Poles. They take the first set 15-6. We'll be back with more action here on Eurosport in a couple of moments. Welcome back to Eurosport's coverage of the Men's European Volleyball Championships. Well, as they've done in every match so far, the Soviets fought back to take the second set 15-5. We rejoin the action with them leading 8-4 in set 3. Sorokolet with the set, and the spike there from Andrei Kuznetsov going down the left side. Sorokolet serves 9-4. Great attempt at the dig, but he didn't quite get the control. Gulik, certainly been one of the best attackers on the Polish squad so far in this match. Zielinski making the kill. Krajilnikov, number 6 for the Soviets. He's their setter, the key man, the playmaker in the team. Hit the net. No, the Soviets are saying it's off the block, complaining madly. But it looked to me, I must say, as if the ball went into the net. And the first referee calling over the Soviets. Yes, you can see the second referee pointing quite clearly to the net. And dead right too. No doubt there from the replay. A little bit of Soviet gamesmanship, I think. Dmitry Fomin quite clearly hitting the net. 9-6, 6-9 with the Poles serving. Side out now though for the Soviets. Skorikin making the kill. And it's Skorikin with service. Side out again to the Poles. The server changes every time there's a side out. The players have to rotate. Krajilnikov just signaling where he wants the ball set, and it worked. Krasilnikov with service. It's in. Rikin, but this is Skorupa for Poland. Gets the block, getting an acute angle across lock, and even though they were in position, I think he was telling his teammate there that that's what he was going for, wasn't trying to beat it. Kardash, who's come on for the Polish team. Dropping just over the net. And the little tip, the two attackers coming up in tandem, one behind the other. URSvPOL. Good blocking. The set too close to the net. And with a man the size of in there, no chance of getting past him. Net to the 7, hitting the net as he went for the ball there. Oh, what a pity. It was a great dig. Krasilnikov with his back set, putting it too close to the net. Very easy for a setter to become disorientated. Going for the fast low set as a variation. Good play. Really toying with the opposition there, trying to drag the blockers apart and succeeding in the end. Well, he's recovered it, but it must go back this time, and that should give the Soviets a chance. I think he headed that one up, perfectly legal. Well, the side out. Good attack, and Golek finishing it off. Now a chance for the Poles. Sorokolet there, getting it up, but that was too long. And hope here for the Poles. 8-11, they're right back into this set. But side out immediately. Alexander Sorokolet with service. The tip not working that time. Now a chance for the Poles. Off the block, but didn't really have the power. Good blocking. The big man, Krzysztof Stelmach. Golek with service. Real power in that smash from Fomin. He really is a great addition to this Soviet side. No one quite sure at the moment how good this Soviet side is. A lot of rebuilding since the Olympics. They've lost the first set in every match they've played, but they've come back to take the next 3 sets and have really run out rather easy winners on every occasion. The Poles here, their first real test. On comes number 12, Roman Rozewski, coming in to serve. Still 8-11. Side out again. And this could be the crucial phase of the match. If the Poles can get back here, they can take the 3rd set and then they're back in business. But if the Soviets take it, then it will look like curtains for them, I feel. Fomin again. That windmill service. Quick reactions, but couldn't control it. Timeout call by the Polish coach Leszek Nalewski. He's realized this is where the game's going to be decided. If the Poles don't get back into this set, I think I'd fancy the Soviets to run away with the fourth set and take it. But at 8-13, he's still got a chance. He's got to fight for it. The Soviets unspectacular in many ways, but they're so sound, they make very few unforced errors. And that's a pretty sound base for this game. 13-8, Evgeny Krzyzhilnikov, the setter, with service. Cross-court smash though. Golek, that wins. Side out again though. No increase in the Polish score there. Remember, you can only score on your own service. Kuznetsov. Not a very good service reception. That gives the Poles a chance. Yes, off the block. Kardash. Too long. URSvPOL. The crossover attack. The two attackers forming X behind the setter. Substitution. Back comes Christoph Smach. The block. A minute smash, but it for the Soviets. Well worked set there. The crossover in the middle was a total feint. The setter pushing the ball wide here to the left, and Golek making no mistake. Miss hit there from the Soviets. Little dunk almost for the block. 2 meters, 2 centimeters, you can do that sort of thing. Still 13-9 though. Too wide, and that takes it to set point. Golek missing the sideline there. Substitution on the Soviet side. Off comes number 6, Krzyzhilnikov. Right, set point, and Sorokalet, the captain. Oh, and the service reception was absolutely terrible. It gave the Soviet point and the set. Welcome back to Eurosport. And the Soviets have taken an 8-1 lead at the start of this fourth set. The Poles now really up against it. But they win side out there. Good old Roman with service. Side out though to the Soviets. URSvPOL. Good dig. And they got the benefit from it. Dmitry Fomin making the kill. 9-1. The Soviets really running away with this. They're looking in commanding form now. The back court, too long. Andrei Kuznetsov very disappointed. Picked his spot and then didn't hit it. Urbanovic coming on. 2 meters 5, the tallest player on the Polish squad. But Fomin winning side out. Bad service reception, and once the service reception is poor, the team always under pressure. 10-1. That's better. Just too long. What disappointment. Really opened up the defense and failed to take advantage. 11-1. Now a chance. The Poles really in command and winning side out. No mistake that time. Krzysztof Stelmach. Remember, it's the Poles in white with the red shorts, and the Soviets unusually in blue. The 11-1, and the Soviet captain, Alexander Sorokolet, now 30 years old, with service. Bad reception gives the advantage back to the Soviets, when really the defense should always have the advantage from service, providing they receive the serve well on the first attack. The final timeout called Poles, but live in the third, 15-9. And there, that point lost all on the service reception. (12-1) the score, and it will take a mighty effort from the Poles. Unbeaten so far in the competition. But from 1975 to 1983, the final of these European Championships always played out between these two nations. And let's not forget, it could happen again, because we're still in the round-robin stage. The Soviets leading 13-1. But Poland can still finish second. If they do finish, they'll play the winners of Group 1, and the Soviets will play they could not. (2:14), only their second point in this fourth set. Lovely smash. He really has been a tremendous force